Welcome back to Box's Lives Game Channel. We're playing Malifaux. The Arcanists have just finished their turn. We're moving back to the Neverborn now. If you're familiar with the game, you may be wondering why I didn't use Casting Expert last time. Well, we'll learn one thing at a time. So we've learned how to move, we've learned how to cast spells, and we learned how to use a trigger. On this next episode, we'll start to learn some of these other things, like these extra actions. For now, though, let's move back to the Neverborn. Now we're going to activate Pandora, and she has these two sorrows in base contact with her. Base contact, they're touching, right? Now if we look at sorrow, there's two cards for each sorrow, just reflecting the different sculpts of each, but their stats and everything else are identical. But they have this this action, a zero cost action called Link. It says this model and target model in base contact with it are linked. After this model is linked to, completes a walk action or ends its activation, push this model into base contact with the linked model. Okay, now we haven't cast the link action yet, so they don't start the game linked. So I'm going to move Pandora, but I'm going to assume that the sorrows aren't quite linked with her yet. Now Pandora, she's quite slow as it goes. Like Rasputina, she only has a walk of 3, so I'm going to double walk Pandora, and we'll try and head her out into this area. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll head out this way. Back to the Arcanists. I think we'll get our golem moving. Once more, I think we're going to get this guy double walking. He has a walk of 3. And Rasputina's kind of got in the way a little bit here. You're not allowed to end your movement or pass over another model's base. So unfortunately we're going to have to do a little bit of a walk around. So let's go. So we'll sidle up behind Rasputina. Cautious start. Now the Neverborn. And let's get these two sorrows moving. These sorrows have a walk of 4. So I think we're going to double walk again. I don't want to link the two sorrows together, and there's a reason for that. We're going to link to Pandora. But what the problem is that they have this life leech ability, and it says linked models without the martyr ability suffer 1 wound at the start of this model's activation. Alright, and sorrows themselves don't have the martyr ability, so we're not going to link these two together, but Pandora does. So let's double walk. We got a walk of 4. Double walk means 8. Yeah, we can just sidle up to Pandora here. In fact, I think what we'll do is we'll move this guy further out this way, because at least that way we've left enough space for the second sorrow to come round and link in with Pandora. Right, so we've double walked, and we're going to use the zero cost link action, and all it says is this model and target model in base contact with it are linked. And what this means is that when the linked model walks, so when Pandora moves away, we can push the linked model up alongside her. Back to the Arcanists, and we've got the Ice Gamin left. And he's got quite a long walk. He has a walk of 4, just like the Sorrows. So the Ice Gamin's going to walk. Now unfortunately, we can't fit through this gap. Okay, so you've really got to be careful about the order in which you activate stuff. But that's fine, I'm just going to walk him up. He's got a walk of 4, so yeah, he's going to walk up here. But that's it for now, we'll just leave him there. So we've taken 1 action to walk, we've got 1 action left, and we have to use all of our actions. So what do we do with our second action? Well, Malifaux provides a simple little solution, and every model, as one of their basic actions, can take a 1 action cost action called pass. Alright, so with our second action we will pass. But of course that's important because to make the rules nice and solid, there may be things that get triggered by the pass action or taking an action. So we're performing the pass action, and that's ended our activation. And we're going to double walk our next Sorrow up alongside Pandora and use a zero cost action to link with her. Now we move into the closing phase. And during the closing phase, both players are going to shuffle their discard piles back into their fate decks. And then we end the turn and we begin the next turn. Let's move to turn 2. Join me next time as we begin turn 2 of Malifaux.